Tonight, Golden Raiders host conference rival Manitowoc. Hello, everybody. Alongside the coach, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin. Chris, Manitowoc got a vital cog back, a kid by the name of Eddie Bolchin, who has only played a couple of games, but he's a senior and a good player.
Yeah, he is. That would add and help Braden Steinbecker a lot. That would sure help the situation for Manitowoc. Manitowoc comes in with just 4 wins this year, and they have played some close games, Marty. But sometimes after you play a lot of close games and your record is 4-10, it is what it is. So hopefully for North, it should be a good, easy game for them.
It gets old, right?
It does. It does.
We remember that from the City League days. North coming into tonight's game off a loss to Oak Creek. I was talking to Schmitty a little bit. He went down there to watch the game, Eric, and he said that North had made a nice run at the end, but didn't quite catch them. So it is a loss. So
yeah, North's been in a little slump, I would say. They went up to Sheboygan, and of course the Allen kid up there, who we saw a couple weeks ago, went off for 36 points. Tough competitor, lost. Then they played Pulaski last Friday and turned the ball over a lot. And then they went down and played a very good Oak Creek basketball team and lost again. So I think if you're Coach Wirth, I think what you want to do is go back to the basics and let's play well. Let's not be sloppy. Let's take care of business. Let's cut down on the turnovers. If I was a coach tonight, I'd be kind of like an extra jerk. I'd be in kids' faces about what we should do well, because we got some tough games coming up, and we're still right there with a chance to finish first or second in the league.
Now, one thing that North has done pretty consistently all year is turn the ball over. I remember coming to a game and watching on the internet, and boy, it's something they do need to clean up, especially when they get into tournament play.
Yeah, and they have so much talent. That's the thing, is that when you give the other team extra possessions and things, teams like Manitowoc and like that might just hang around, and let's hope that doesn't happen.
Well, one of the things you got to worry about with a kid like Braden Steinbecker, he averages just over 22 points a game. You know, if he goes off, he could keep Manitowoc in the game all by himself. North, of course, has Cale Buboltz and Logan Steffensmeyer. They're their top 2 guys, and both of them are having pretty nice years, I'd say. But the guy that I think has come on over the last 3 or 4 games has been Blake Burrow.
Yeah, and he had a very slow start, so you need to have Blake. He's such a good athlete and somebody that you really count on to get to scoring on. I mean, he actually started the year, like you mentioned, real slow. Last game, yeah, Steffensmeyer and Buboltz led them in the game against Manitowoc when they won pretty handily. It was close at halftime, but they blew them out in the second half. But they did cause 17 turnovers against the Ships. Let's see if the Raiders can do that again tonight.
All right, with that, we're going to step out, and when we come back, we'll have the national anthem, the announcement of the starters, and then the tip-off for tonight's game.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, we can't help but be inspired by her every day. So really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's varsity contest between the Manitowoc Lincoln Ships, coached by Shane Evans, and the Sheboygan North Eye Golden Raiders, coached by Eric Worth. Here's your starting lineup. First, for the Manitowoc Lincoln Ships, number 0, Cade Grappentine. Number 1, Micah Kupsch. Number 2, Braden Steinbecker. Number 5, Edward Bolchin. Number 20, Braden Bender. And now the starting lineup for your very own Sheboygan North Eye Golden Raiders. Number 1, Bryce Tempest. Number 5, Kale Bubolz. Number 12, Max Olson. Number 23, Blake Burr. Number 25, Logan Steffensmeyer. Officials this evening, Brian Halverson, Kyle Colts, and Dwayne Colts. These individuals are assigned by North High School and the Fox River Classic Conference. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game.
Nice to see Mark Christensen, one of the assistant coaches for Manitowoc.
Yeah, I went and said hello to Mark. Boy, he said, yeah. He said, Coach Chris, he said, you've been around a long time too. I said, yeah, a lot of years. He goes, no, it's not years anymore. Now we measure us by decades.
This is true.
You know, I'm not worried about games against teams that have starting lineups with numbers 0, 1, 2, and 5. That means they're not very tall.
You're right. Generally speaking, that is the way it is.
And that's what Manitowoc has. They throw in a 20 in there. I just remember in the old days, we always gave the 40s and 50s to the big centers and forwards. And the guards all had like the 10s and 12s, almost never had single digits.
When I played, they had a rule. You couldn't have a number, you had to have double-digit numbers,
Yep.
I believe. There were no. Tempest with a steal. Yeah, got caught underneath the basket, couldn't get the shot up. Couple of interesting matchups. Max Olson has Steinbecker.
Wow, that shocks me.
Right. And
Olson, a really good defender. One of the best in the county, I believe. I put him on my first team.
yeah, Blake Burr is guarding number 5, Eddie Bulchin.
He's the one Marty mentioned. He's only played 2 games so far.
That's a good matchup for us because Blake is way taller than Eddie. Manitowoc being very patient. Steinbecker had the shot blocked by Steffensmeyer. Kick out pass. The shot is no good. That one by Kupsch. Olson tries a little bounce pass inside, but it hit the leg of a Manitowoc ship.
Well, you saw a couple shots there by Manitowoc miss. They are not a very good shooting team whatsoever. A lot of low percentages on their guys.
Fade away by Steffensmeyer. I would say that's not a very good shot.
An interesting shot. First one I've seen of the year.
Pass goes out in the corner to Bender. Reverse layup. Won't go down. Tough break for Braden Bender. Nice cut and a good pass. Bubolz with the score. Olson with the assist.
Kale Bubolz up for point guard of the year in the state of Wisconsin.
We're back. Foul called on Blake Burr. We're already 3 minutes in, only one basket by either club. And Steinbrecher on a nice back cut, got the pass and scored easily. Kick out Tempest with a 3, no good. You mentioned about the shooting for Manitowoc. They're shooting 43% on their field goals. 3-point percentage is, I guess, a respectable 34. What is the benchmark? They say at least a third?
I would say.
If you're going by the metrics.
Their best guy is Grapevine for the 3. He's number 0. He's got 34 of them this year.
Okay. Jump shot is good by Bolchin. Both teams very patient, working the ball around. Kale Bubel scores and he's fouled.
Kale, of course, earlier this year, here you'll see the replay, went over 1,000 points in his career. I believe the 12th person to do that.
There'd be something nice to get some of those all-time stats. Scoring being the main one.
And he's a good free throw shooter, 72%.
All tied up, 5-5.
Here's where you can turn the ships over.
And we get a whistle travel call. Goes on Bolchin.
Again, last game, 17 Manitowoc turnovers. It was 29-26 North at half up in Manitowoc, but then a 41-15 finish clobbered them ships.
Kick out pass. Bolchin's going to pick up another foul, Chris. This isn't very good for Manitowoc. Getting ready to check in is Jack Bauer. Tyler Conrad checks in for the Raiders. Teardrop by Huboltz is good. So it's Kale 7, Manitowoc 5. Good help defense by Max. Steinbrecher takes it in the lane, but he has to kick it out.
Good defense by North. Again, shocking to say that, but Coach Worth teams are always very disciplined on the defensive end.
Olsen back on Steinbrecher. Good swing pass. 3-point shot is around and out. Good strong rebound by Steffensmeyer. Hogan taking it to the basket. Did a good job of controlling the pass. He was surrounded by Manitowoc guys.
And again, a very good summer for him and much improved over the years. A real force in this league, Logan Steffensmeyer.
He's had a good year, that's for sure.
He's going to Edgewood, Marty. Play basketball down in the Madison area.
Steffensmeyer only hits 59% of his free throws. Puts a couple down right there. Steinbrecher looks like a good player out there, Chris. He looks pretty smooth.
Hey, he's a good baseball player. His dad's the head coach. Had a very nice season a year ago. Fox Valley very strong last year in baseball. 6 kids playing D1 just as pitchers.
Another shot off the mark. Dong with the rebound, pushing it up. Kicks it out to Olsen. Bango! Max Olsen with a 3.
That's his 11th on the season. And a quick timeout for Manitowoc.
Shane Evans calling the timeout. It's 12-5 all of a sudden, Chris.
Well, again, just 2 of 7 shooting for the Ships. You know, you go down their season, averages. Steinbecker's over 50, but everybody else is under 40, 36, 42, 31, 35. Not very good shooters. And it's one thing to play good defense, but you still got to be able to put the basketball into the hoop.
You're right there. Doesn't matter how good your defense is, you still got to score some points. In action earlier, the North JVs took Manitowoc apart. Won by over 20.
See the Manitowoc Ship start running off their screens, but the North guys are right there, which means the Manitowoc guys have to go right off their shoulders. Otherwise, you're not using your screen, because the North guys can be right there.
Good defense by Bubbles to get on the shooter. Grapentine feet inside. Steinbrecher is fouled. It's going to go on Max Olsen.
Max Olsen. Marker Hoops on the line. Bryce Tempest. Landon Schramm in for North. Grace Bender in for Manitowoc. Along with Edward
Tempest and Schramm come in for the Raiders. Steinbrecher now with 4 points. Yep, that was a good call. Dong with the travel. Are we charting turnovers again tonight?
I am.
How's North doing so far?
1.
Okay.
That was it.
That's pretty good.
We didn't miss that one.
Steinbrecher looking where to go. Hey, Bolchin back in the game. 3-point attempt is no good by Bender. Feet inside to Schramm. He goes hard to the basket, underlays. Boy, he made a nice move.
He did.
Need to finish that shot. Bolchin being guarded by Conrad. Ryder Miller also in the ball game.
Yeah, he was their 3rd leading scorer last time up at Manitowoc. He had 3 threes, 11 points total.
Bolchin left his shot, made a nice move, got around the defense, but then got it short. Tempest rolls it in for North. Good move by Bryce. Going baseline is Steinbrecher, but he kind of lost control of the ball and then wound up not getting the shot up to the rim. North again working the perimeter, looking to make pen. Bubolsa's shot from inside the top half of the circle is good.
He is 4 for 4 from the floor.
Probably I know they're up by 9 points, but I think the highlight of the game for North so far is their dynamite defense.
Absolutely. And again, watch the Manitowoc Ships not coming off the screen very well.
I think Bubol's got a bit of the ball on, and that's going to be a travel. Aiden let the ball get up a little bit too high, and that's what caused the turnover. E.J. Renzelman in the game. Trying to push it down deep was Grapentine, but he got stopped. Good help defense by Miller. They're cooking on all cylinders. Another miss by the Ships. That shot was missed by Bauer. Inside feed to Schramm. That one he lays up and in.
Everything is working.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
And you just see Manitowoc, they're just not very good at shooting.
Good backup by Grapentine, but too much traffic underneath the basket to get open. Now, just when you get around one North defender, all of a sudden there's another, sometimes even two. Grapentine in, along with Kupch and Danielson and Steinbrecher and Bolchin. Conrad draws the tough assignment with Steinbrecher. And making that shot was Kupch, and he's fouled.
Just the third basket of 13 attempts.
Basket's good by Micah Coach. Coach on the line shooting one. Max Olson in for North.
Tyler Conrad did a real nice job on Steinbrecher when he was in there. Max Olson back in. Kupch buries it. North up 8. Max Olson controls it at the top, gives it off to Dong. Schramm kind of stumbled on the way. Tempest, one of the smallest guys on the floor, grabbed that rebound inside. Good job by Bryce. Olsen being covered up by Steinbrecher. Max takes it right to the basket and scores. Oh my.
Basket's good by
And Max just averaging 5.5 points per game. His average down from a year ago, but again, his defensive prowess is so important. But you can see he can score as well.
Would you say, Chris, I guess generally speaking, if you're like the defensive guy on your team, you're probably not going to score as much?
Well, last year I think he was close to double digits. And I mean, this year he's just down. And then again, North has a lot of depth as well. He's a good athlete. I mean, he did play quarterback on the football team as well.
Manitowoc now with team fouls at 4, Manitowoc at 5. Burr is guarding Steinbrecher. Steinbrecher looking to go inside, but defense a little too tough. Outside shot is around and out by Kupch. And Manitowoc just can't get a 3 to drop.
Almost one of those bad turnovers. North with just 2. We said in the opening we'd like to see that cleaned up quite a bit tonight.
Wow. Shoot it before you get a turnover. Dong had a good look at it, but couldn't get it to go. And another timeout by Manitowoc. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a short break and be right back.
Timeout, Manitowoc.
This is something new.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Back here at North High School with the Raiders leading it 20-10. It's been a pretty good start for the Raiders. Their defense has just been stifling.
Yeah, they know exactly where the ships are going. Again, Manitowoc, not the best team we've seen this year running their offense.
They seem to get the ball to the basket, but they can't finish.
Well, that also. Their leading scorer has 3 shot attempts. Braden Steinbecker has only made 1. And
DJ Jazzy Jeff providing the timeout music. Lean to the left, lean to the right. Again, North playing a real tough defense. Burr's on Steinbrecher. He's guarding him out near half court, not letting him get the ball. Shot is up and good by Grapentine.
Yeah, and we mentioned that's his 35th of the year. That's one of the highest totals I've seen all season. There's a foul by the Ships on Olsen.
With the foul. 6-team foul on the Ships. Bubbles kicks it out to Renzelman. His shot is no good. Steffensmeyer does the rhythm bounce and then jumps up and puts it in.
Just his first basket.
Olsen guarding Kupch. Seems like for the most part, Chris, the officiating is let him play. Steinbrecher gets the baseline, reverse layup is off, no good. Nice move, but again, Manitowoc unable to finish. Inside feed to Steffensmeyer. He gets it in and he's fouled.
Basket's good by Logan Steffensmeyer.
He must have heard you, Chris.
There you see the replay.
Steffensmeyer
putback. Definite size advantage to North tonight.
Bender, number 20, goes 6'6", and Danielson, he's not a starter. He was in for a while earlier. He also is 6'6". North up 12, 3:31 left in the half. Tom Desitel in the house, sitting across on the other side in the fans section. Stopped and talked to him a little bit before the game, Chris. He's doing well.
Court's named after him.
Yeah. We were here that night. Good feed inside. Oh, good save by Steinbrecher. There's Danielson, number 4. Olsen recovering quickly to get his man. Steinbrecher with a pull-up 12-footer is no good, but he does get the offensive rebound, but we get a whistle. Foul's going to go on Burr. For Blake, that's his second foul.
See you in the second half.
Yeah, right. Well, you can just tell Braden Steinbrecher is very quick.
Well, I know he's...
What does he play in baseball?
Definitely annoyed today. Because North is just, right on him.
Oh, Max, not good defense there. He backed off. Grapentine, when he saw that, he fired up the 3 and made it. A tough feed inside. Schramm's shot is no good. Renzelman's rebound putback is no good. And then Manitowoc comes away with it. Grapentine wanted to shoot it again, but Olsen recovered in time. Oh, good. Looked like a good block, but they blow the whistle. Conrad's going to pick up the foul.
It's 25-16 with 2:05. And again, I think our scoreboard went kerplunk again.
Thanks for pointing that out, Chris. .205 remaining, like Chris said. It's only an 8-point lead. Take that 7. Steinbrecher's 4 for 4 from the line, and he has one basket for 6 points. Olsen going to the rack. He underlays.
His first miss today is 2 of 3. Like the attempt.
Coming off the screen and taking the shot and missing it was Jack Bauer, but it was a good play by Manitowoc. Get their shooter open. Offensive foul. Steffensmeyer setting an illegal screen. Tough break for the Raiders. Tempest back in for Renzelman. Steinbrecher almost on the loose, then he stops and slows it up. Grapentine couldn't get it, but Manitowoc comes away with the offensive rebound. Danielson had his shot blocked by Steffensmeyer. Conrad comes up with it. Olsen leaning in. Got the rebound, gives it off to his teammate Logan Steffensmeyer, who puts in the chippy little bunny shot.
Well, he's closer to the basket, Marty. He's a little taller.
45 seconds left until halftime. Oh, good little spin dribble there by Bauer. Clock rolling down, 30 seconds left. Bauer has it on top, and then a foul. That'll put Bauer at the line. That's going to go on Cale Bubolz. He is first.
Bonus time. 18 seconds left, 27-18 North, Marty.
Jack Bauer on the line.
Bauer is a 75% free throw shooter, and North catches a bit of a break. They've got it with 17.7 seconds left and a 9-point lead. Good hustle by that cheerleader to get the ball. Rolling down. Oh, wow. Olsen hard to the basket, overlays. Steffensmeyer puts the rebound up and in, and he's fouled.
Foul line, Brett Danielson.
For Brett Danielson, that's his third foul.
6 offensive rebounds for North so far.
And some of those have led directly to baskets.
And I look down at Manitowoc, I see they have 3, so I guess it's not that far off.
Hogan drops that free throw in.
What a difference. Manitowoc with a chance to get closer. Oh.
Olsen with a 3 at the buzzer. That's his second 3. We're at halftime, North on top, 30-21.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without a high school diploma. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers.
Your achievement has set an example for so many students. Most importantly, your daughter.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free adult education centers near you.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Let's go, girl. This ain't Texas. No, not that one. The other one. We snapping. We clapping. We drumming.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
The promise of America is freedom, equality. We must act now to restore and protect these freedoms for us and for the future. We are the American Civil Liberties Union. For over 100 years, the ACLU has fought for everyone to have a voice and equal justice. Because we the people means all of us. To learn more, go to myaclu.org today.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, we can't help but be inspired by her every day. So really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
How do you know?
Because of COVID-19, students are more than half a grade level behind in math skills. And your kid might be one of them. Start the conversation before it's too late. Because when parents are part of the equation, kids do better in math. For tools and resources to get your child on track with math, visit bepartoftheequation.org.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
In the society that we were brought up in, it's very hard on little black boys. You have to navigate feelings and emotions so the world don't get you.
Sometimes when I cry, I won't know how I'm feeling or why I'm crying.
I just grew up never feeling like it was okay to cry.
Yeah.
And so he really forced me to have to reconnect with the kid that didn't get to cry.
That's beautiful.
We don't cry. We gon' take our piece of the
Women are bad with money. That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now we've got something to say. Save it.
It's time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Until we're no longer 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement. Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault. Then, the funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Back at North High School, getting ready to wrap up overtime. Some scoring for Manitowoc first. Cade Grapentine, Braden Steinbrecker, and Eddie Bulchin each had 6 points for the Ships. For North, Logan Steffensmeyer leads all scorers with 12 first-half points. Following him is Cale Bubolz with 9. The thing that's kept Manitowoc in the game, Chris, is those 4 3-pointers. What do you have?
Yeah, exactly. 6 of 22 shooting for the Ships. That means they went 2 of 10 from 2-point range, 4 of 12 for 3. North, on the other hand, I have at 48%, just 3 turnovers, which is nice to see. Again, kind of the game's a lot closer than it appears. I know it's some 9-point lead, but it feels like a 20-point lead, Marty.
It definitely is closer than we'd like it, and I'm sure the same is with Coach Worth. Hopefully North plays the good sticky defense again here in the second half, because it was really good. They had one major breakdown. That's when Max stepped off the 3-point shooter and let him chuck up a 3, and he made it.
Yeah, that 3 at the end kind of made it closer. I still feel like it's North comfortably ahead, and if I was Coach Worth and his staff of many, I would be very satisfied with the way the Raiders played in that first half.
You know, if you look behind the bench at all those parents, those are all assistant coaches too.
Always.
Matter of fact, that assistant coach label may run all the way up to the press box. Manitowoc in a man-to-man a zone. Looks like a 2-3 zone.
Watch for Steffensmeyer or Burr to slide in there. Or take a 3, Burr.
All right. Blake Burr puts his first points of the game on the board.
Just his first shot attempt. And just the second made 3 for North, which is pretty uncommon.
Steinbrecker looking, bounces it in, but then Grapentine Kupch has to pull it right back out.
North just quick on the D if you can watch. Notice how they close quickly.
And nailing another 3 was Grapentine. That's his 3rd.
And as we said, that's 37 on the season. That's a bunch.
I looked at the team totals, Chris, and Manitowoc has attempted more 3s than North. That surprised me.
That's because they're too small and not quick enough to get to those 2s, Marty.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Steffensmeyer couldn't get it to go. Bulchin with the rebound.
Steffensmeyer's made only 5 all season, so that was a rare 3 attempt by him.
Bender had it down deep, but couldn't get the shot up. Bulchin, no call there.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, nice move by Steinbrecker.
Just his second basket. That's how good Olsen and Burr have been on him.
Cade Bubolz' shot is blocked. Nice block by Grapentine. North up 7. It's close.
Yeah, we got our scoreboard back, which is nice. That's
Dumped down inside. Nice catch by Steffensmeyer, and he puts it up and in.
They don't have an answer for him, Marty. He's just too big.
And Tempest with the steal puts it up to Steffensmeyer, and he puts another basket in. Good play by Bryce Tempest.
So we mentioned the last game, 41-15. North up in Manitowoc just crushed them in the second half.
Manitowoc got it over just in time, and then we get a foul on the sideline. I think that's going to go on Boobles.
Nope, I think it's a timeout.
Good. 30-second timeout by Manitowoc. We'll keep it right here. The score is 37-26. Nice little burst by the Raiders.
Yeah, and off a turnover. I think it was a pass from Tempest. At least he'll tell us that to Steffensmeyer there.
We'll call it a pass. Sounds better.
Next game, north-south, huh?
Our next game, TV8, or TV8, WSCS TV, isn't until February 8th. That's a week from Saturday when South comes to North for the North-South game.
Look at that.
All right. Davis Larson leads all scorers. 1733. Brent Witter, Ethan Gusky, Nolan Free. Troy Rudolph's right up there. Bastel, remember him?
Now, I'm going to make a comment that's going to sound a little negative. There was a bunch of people on there, but back in the day, they didn't play 25 games a year. They only played 20.
And
so
games now are 4 minutes longer. 32, now they're 36. Play 8-minute quarters.
Correct,
now it's,
correct. Yeah.
It's like playing 9-minute quarters now.
Correct, so it's a lot different than it used to be. You're right.
Bolchen with another 3.
Not trying to take anything off that list. I'm just making a comment. It's just kind of like the NFL used to only play 14 games and
12.
12, yeah. Now they play 12 in the 60s, yeah.
I remember 12 league games and then 6 preseason games. Bubolz with a dish off to Steffensmeyer. He puts it up and in.
That was a nice stat that was put up there.
Yeah.
Saw Max Tudis was on that list. He's playing at Oshkosh right now. Ethan Gusky's right next to me. He's an assistant coach. He's on that list.
Steinbrecher got away with the walk.
Brent Witter just graduated from Evansville, not playing basketball, but a fantastic baseball player. Led Evansville to the Sweet 16 last year in baseball.
Bubolz, whoops, take the ball with you. And a nice move, and he lays it up and in.
Bubolz leads North in steals. That's his 22nd.
Good steal by Burr, and then a feed off to Olsen for an easy 2. And it's starting to get away from the Ships.
Yep, turnovers.
Blocked right to Olsen. And a flush by Steffensmeyer. And Manitowoc timeout. Here you see it. Watch that. And the flush.
Steffensmeyer now 8 of 11 from the floor.
20 points already in the game for him.
Again, he had 14 in the first time against the Ships, but he's just too big of a force in there.
He certainly has been tonight. I mean, Manitowoc has no answers for him.
And again, these turnovers, 3 quick turnovers for the Ships, leading to all these easy baskets.
I said down in the corner when they put the press on, I said it was a nice steal by Burr, but what really happened was the inbouncer just gave it to him, and then he fed it off to Logan for the dunk. Easy too.
North had 12 baskets in the first half in 18 minutes, and now they have 7 already, and we've only played 5 minutes.
Yeah. Amazing. Now you said when they played up there it was close at halftime, and then North
29-26 and a 41-15 second half to win 70-41.
Bolchin just got it in time. Burr comes over to help out on the double team. Now they got Bolchin double teamed, and North is going to get called for the reach.
When North does this, they can beat anybody. And I'm telling you, anybody. See the nice rotation, the nice help on D, stopping ball, sets the trap, get people in the passing lanes. When they turn up the wick and they don't reach.
Not smart by Kale there, picking up his third foul.
They can be pretty good.
Conrad and Dong in for the Raiders. Kupch has it on top. Good cover-up defense by Steffensmeyer on Grapentine. Not allowing the shot. Steinbecker had it on the wing, and now he takes the three, but it's no good. Kick out to Dong. A little bit short, gets the rebound off the glass, no good. Manitowoc comes away with it. Bolchin with the rebound. Bolchin, jumper is no good. High for the rebound was Steffensmeyer.
His fifth.
Oh, what a move by Max Olsen. Oh, my.
9 points for him. Well above his average. But you can see, whenever they need him, he can score.
Dump down inside to Steinbecker. The shot is blocked by Conrad. Conrad with the push. And then he gets fouled by Danielson, and that'll be his fourth. Danielson, a 6'6" junior.
Struggling against the boys.
Yeah, they're leaving him in there. That's surprising. Olsen spotting an opening, but pretty good defense that time by Manitowoc. Dong got that one to go. Aiden Dong, his first points of the game.
Halfway to his average. He'll be remembered for game number 1 in Kohler.
Yes. Yeah.
Scored in double digits and hit the tying 3 at the buzzer to send it to overtime to beat a very good Kohler team.
Olsen hit Bolchin in the eye or in the nose, trying to tip at the ball. No call, but they are going to stop action, let Eddie gather himself.
Look at Olsen here. And with the left-hander.
Oh, yeah. Steinbecker had the shot blocked by Conrad, but he's going to pick up the foul.
I think it was before the block. Not the block, but I think he kind of bumped him early. Thus the call.
Steinbecker was 4 for 4 in the first half from the free throw line.
Well short of his 22-point average per game.
He has 9 right now. This free throw would give him 10, but you're right.
He's only got 2 baskets. Everything else at the free throw line.
Dong with the left hand. He looks pretty comfortable with that. Oh, and there's a scrum on the floor. Timeout, North. Good job. Good hustle by Aiden Dong to get that ball back, and then a nice timeout by Coach Worth. 32nd timeout. What do you think about the North defense this half, Chris?
Better, if that could be possible.
Well,
I think they are on all cylinders. When they play D like that, like I said, they can beat anybody.
I agree totally on the comment, what you said, when they get the press and the rotation going for the double teams. And when you're not a real strong ball handling team, it's even worse.
Yeah, and again, as an offensive player, you want to keep it in on the floor, not pin yourself against the sides or mid-court, and that's when you get in trouble, and Manitowoc does that quite often. But good quickness by North, that helps. Very athletic team here. North 12-3, 7-2 in league play. Losses to the Behir and Ashwaubenon. This is the first game on the second half of the season.
Good save by Schramm. Renzi to the lane and the basket, and he scores. Steinbecker being guarded by Conrad. Bulchin being guarded by Dong. Oh, getting free was Steinbecker.
Oops. Breakdown there.
Kick out pass. Logan Steffensmeyer with a 3. What a game. 23 points for him. Steffensmeyer on Danielson down deep. They're not looking to go inside to the big guy. Bulchin directing traffic, and he has it taken away. Deep pass to Conrad. Feeds it off the glass to Steffensmeyer, and he does the dunk. Oh boy. First time we've seen that this year. Steinbecker fighting and getting the basket off, a lot of pressure.
Why not?
Oh, couldn't get her to go. Had a good look. North by 21. Bulchin to the lane and scores. Eddie with 11.
6 baskets for Manitowoc, matches their first half output.
Conrad getting position, got the pass inside, and then he gets fouled. He had position inside for a long time before they got him the ball. Olsen in for Steffensmeyer.
Marker Coops returns for Manitowoc, along with Landon Zick.
North working the perimeter. They got Stram inside. They get him the ball, and he scores. Landon with 4 points. Another great pass. Steinbecker trying to go baseline, but Olsen a little too quick for him. Shot is blocked. Rebound by Renzelman. Round and out. Good block out underneath by Danielson to get that rebound.
That was a line drive 3.
Bobby Dandridge. Or no, who had the pancake jumper for the Bucks back in the day?
McLaughlin? I don't know.
No, not Johnny McLaughlin.
Could have been.
Oh, Bulchin with another 3. He's been hot. 14 points.
Bobby Dandridge, I think you're right, the Greyhound.
Took it in there and had it taken away. There's a turnover for North.
First one of the half.
Boy, Zink had a wide open shot and passed it. And Schramm blocks that shot.
Well, I have to say this, Martin, and tell people I do not keep track of blocks, but there's been about 8 of them tonight.
There's been a bunch, you're right. Olsen and Bubolz back in. Bulchin with a nice move, but couldn't get it to go. His shot there is up and in.
Two-hand shiver.
Yeah.
Not called on Schramm's back.
I don't think Coach Worth is very happy with the offense. I've seen this a lot, Chris, with the North teams. When they like to work it around the perimeter, that pass from the wing back to the top isn't always very crisp, and the defense has a chance then to tip it down the court and go in for a breakaway. And that's what I saw right there. It didn't happen, but it was close. Again, one more time in the JV game, North won. And our next game will be February 8th. That's a Saturday when South comes to North for the second North-South game this year. The girls will start about 6, the boys about 7:30. Our crew tonight, we got Scott in the truck along with Eric, Richard Bartson running camera 1, and Eric Heidemann running camera 2. Up in the booth, we got Mike and Chris, or Chris and Mike. You can decide how you want to say that. Up down inside to Schramm. Good job of keeping control and then kicking it out. Bubolz, no shot. He's going to draw a foul in the lane.
He's been pretty quiet. He went 4 for 4 in the first half. Just one basket here on only 2 shot attempts, but they haven't needed him.
Right,
the big man's been cleaning it up. There he goes. Ugh, right on target.
Well, they're going to get a foul on Manitowoc's number 1. I thought they might have got it on Tempest for over the back. Red 1. Coops. Whoa. Still called a different inbounds play than the... There's a good feed inside to Burr. His shot is off the glass and off the rim and out.
Burr averaging almost 8 points a game, just 1 basket tonight on 2 attempts. And that was one of them that you just saw.
Nice back cut, and then losing it out of bounds was Trenton Ducat. Nice cut by Trent.
Yep, 7 turnovers on the Ships. Just 3 for North tonight. Excuse me.
Talking turnovers, North with 4, Manitowoc with 7. Bubolz with a kick-out pass to Olsen. North getting some penetration and kicking it out, but Manitowoc doing a good job of recovering. Tempest with a long 3, nothing but the bottom of the net.
He's averaging almost 11, just his second basket. A lot of contributors, though, tonight. North coming in, averaging 60.
Three-point attempt is down. Kupch, his first 3 of the game.
Yeah.
16-point North lead, and then we get a foul on Schramm underneath.
8 threes for the Ships. But not helping.
Grappentine back in the ball game. And also checking in for the Ships is Jack Bauer. A little late on the recovery, thank goodness. Foul's going to go on Manitowoc. That foul goes on Bauer. That's his first. Schramm trying to slip the defense. Couldn't get the shot to go. Olsen with a shot. He couldn't get it to go, and then it goes out of bounds off of the Ships. Blake Bird tossing it in. Good cut through the lane.
Where are we going?
Yeah. Little knee-to-knee contact. Schramm may have taken the worst of that.
Thought he took a charge there.
Schramm making his first trip to the line in the game. And that was the first free throw attempt by North in the half. Manitowoc is 2 for 2 this half. They were 5 for 6 in the first half. They're 7 for 8 in the game. North was also 5 for 6, but now they're only 5 for 7. That one is in. Olsen being guarded by Olsen. Burr has Steinbecker. Good reverse pass by the Ships, but again, North doing a good job of recovering. Steinbecker with a fadeaway. Oh, Hoop didn't want that one. I thought that was a good decision by Max not to take that open three. Inside to Schramm, and he scores. They're having trouble with the North big man. It doesn't matter who it is.
Correct.
Oh, wide open. Steinbecker with a flush. Olsen couldn't get it. Schramm with the rebound, looking to go up and in. No, couldn't get, but he got the rebound, put it back up and in. Another offensive board for North. They're up by 19.
Yeah, I have them for 12, Marty. Unofficially.
Rolling down to the 2-minute
4,
mark.
5, 6, 7, excuse me, 13.
Oh boy.
13 offensive rebounds. Well, that's
oh wow. Another shot we haven't seen all year.
Wow. That was a flip shot from 12.
It looked like a travel, but it wasn't. Dumped down to Schramm. He gets fouled. He'll be shooting 2. Not that it matters much, but that was the 7th team foul on Manitowoc.
2 minutes. 2 minutes in the ball game.
Oh, yeah, now I get it. Landon with 7 points this game. Coming in for the Raiders, Perrion Palmer and Alonzo Pena. On 0 for 2 trip. Rebound. 3-ball attempt is no good by Koznacek. Again, North trying to fight for the ball, but it was controlled by Manitowoc, but then Bauer bounced it on the line. It'll be North's ball. Out there now we got Kingston Stewart, Perrion Palmer, Luke Koznacek, Alonzo Pena, and Aiden Dong. Zick and Ducat in for Manitowoc, along with Sawyer Hartman, Bennett Johnson, and Jacob Gebhardt. Palmer with the catch, wants to go baseline, but tosses it back out. North working the perimeter. Trying to get inside position was Stewart. That ball is kicked out of bounds. Koznacek trying to get it to Palmer underneath. 1:15 left. North on top, 66-49. Hunter Huntsman, number 13, in for North. Shoot it. Shot is off the backboard. That was Huntsman. And we get a foul. Foul's going to go on Pena. Good hustle by Palmer. Good job of not reaching, boys, until then. Oh, and then we get a travel. That ended up being a triple team, Chris. Under a minute left. 57.7 seconds. Koznacek gives it up to Palmer. Luke, bango! Luke Koznacek. Dad Brian's got to be happy about that one, and Grandpa Al. Good hustle by the Raiders on defense. Manitowoc able to beat the press nicely, and then a turnover. Laying it up and in for North, Alonzo Pena. 15 seconds left. And we get a whistle with foul on Koznacek. That was a 6-team foul on North. 15 seconds left. A dump down inside, and attempting the shot was Johnson, but he couldn't get it to go. And that's going to be it. North a winner, 71-49. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have a couple interviews for you, and then we'll wrap this puppy up.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more than
who I am on paper.
the national parks. And no matter who you are or where you come from, the parks are you too.
You know you don't have to wear your PT gear anymore, right?
It's comfortable.
So how's civilian life treating you?
It's fine.
When I got out, I didn't want to admit that there was anything wrong because it felt like a failure. And then I realized, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I started talking to someone. Maybe you are fine, but if you're not, it's okay.
Thank you.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depressing stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay? Is it time yet?
It's time.
First time for dinner.
Oh, it's really good.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
North Iowa winner tonight, 71-49. Joining us for the post-game interviews, Tyler Conrad, E.J. Renzelman. Since I always start, we're going to let Chris start this time.
I will start this time. You guys had a tough 3 ball games. Kind of nice to have one not so tough tonight, huh?
Very much so. Big one on Thursday.
Big one on Thursday is right. What was the plan tonight on defense against the Ships?
Well,
go ahead, EJ. Let them have it.
Defend the perimeter. Defend the perimeter. They got some real good shooters. I talked about number 5, Eddie, who's back from ACL surgery, and we still didn't do the best job on him.
That's a real good point because they did. They make more 3-point attempts than you guys do. Marty?
Tyler, what was the plan coming in today in terms of getting the ball inside? Because Steffensmeyer really had his way all game.
Yeah, Logan did a great job in and out. I think he had a real good job sealing, and we knew that he had the upper hand. So as long as we got it over the top, we knew we could convert.
Now, not at the beginning of the game, but as the game progressed along, you wound up picking Manitowoc's best player and having to defend him. How was that?
That was good. I think I did a good job on him. I did my best not to foul. He's a good player, and yeah.
All right, good job.
Thank you.
I know, last Friday was a victory against Pulaski, but I hate to say it, but you guys are kind of sloppy turning the ball over. Much better job tonight. I only had you guys for 3. Maybe I missed 1 or 2, but much better job taking care of the basketball tonight.
Thank you, sir. It's our game plan.
And I'm sure Coach likes that a lot better, too.
Very much.
And as always, solid defense. I know you mentioned about the fact of taking away the perimeter, but it almost seemed like you knew exactly where their guys were going. You guys were probably very well prepared, and you could slide through their screens as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, we watched a lot of film, do a lot of research, and implement it in 5-on-5, and it was shown here.
Go ahead, Marty.
Tyler, it was a real good game all the way around, but coming into the game, I know we talked about getting the ball inside and your outside defense. Chris alluded to it just before the turnover situation, because I know I've come to plenty of games, and it always bugs me that you guys turn the ball over so much. Has that been a coaching point this week?
Yeah, 100%. That's probably one of our biggest coaching points, where we think if we can clean up the turnovers, sky's the limit for where we can go. And yeah, that's definitely a big coaching point for us.
I know, having coached basketball, if you're going to have a running team, some of the turnovers you have to put up with, but you guys were awesome tonight.
Thank you.
All right, with that, for EJ and Tyler and Chris, I'm Mike. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.